Hi everyone, xiaouiris here. I'm a choreographer and dancer, and today I'm going to be reacting to BABYMETAL Karate official video. I've decided that I wanted to go for this one personally because I really liked the formation I saw in the thumbnail. That's literally the only reason. Also, has anyone ever seen Cow and Chicken? Do you know that cartoon? Because there is an episode where Cow calls karate karate, and every time I see the word, I'm like, karate. So if you hear me say karate, I do know that it's karate. But I'm just kind of quoting Cow and Chicken in my head. Weird cartoon. Anyway. I'm excited. So, from what I know of karate, it is obviously Japanese. I say obviously, but it originated from an island. If I remember correctly, the island was closer to Taiwan. Yeah, I think it was around the 1920s that karate started to become recognized as martial arts. What am I doing? Okay. But anyway. What is this? This reminds me of another song. Have you heard Dark New Day? Have you ever heard anything by Dark New Day? The song Brother comes to mind. Like when I heard the drop just then, I thought it was just going to go into that song. I can also show you another example of what I mean about the thing I was saying last time, the difference between a dancer who's just doing choreography versus a dancer who's given choreography but actually dances, is in this moment here when there was the beat and they were going like that. I get why people tell me to watch live versions because I'd be able to see the emphasis on that a little bit more. But there was like a projection coming out of them to kind of emphasize the beat, like the drop. But if that wouldn't have been necessary if when they did that, there was like a little kind of punch in the shoulder that's jerking. So you're bringing your shoulder forward, but in a motion where you tighten the rest of your chest. So there's a tightness, there's a difference. Where's the sound? I mean, I don't want to be offensive because they're Japanese and I'm not, but I do know karate. I do know karate, not in that way, but like when we bring martial arts into choreography, I've trained in karate and Krav Maga. So the hands were very unclean there. The fingers, hang on, they started off clean. There's a cleanliness in your fingers. I talk about the hands so often. I know I've not talked about them for a while, but in Bollywood, like you'd see their fingers in Shanti when I was going on about how, you know, this is the way that the motion of the fingers in dancing. But in martial arts, to the best of my knowledge, it's a lot more tidier. It could be deliberate. Okay, do you know what I've noticed? It's really interesting because this is martial arts, and martial arts is the most structured and disciplined type of formation you will ever see in choreography. It has to be. It's no other way. And everything that was done there was messy. When I say messy, I don't mean in an untidy, unprofessional, they can't dance kind of way. I mean it's a deliberate style of choreography where it almost breaks the norm. Not a lot of choreographers like for their dancers to come across with this style because it can sometimes make the dancers look like they don't really know what they're doing. So it needs to be executed in the right way. I know, I say this all the time, but I know Mikiko really well. I know that Mikiko would have done this deliberately. Like there's no other better way to bring this kind of style to life in a deliberate way than utilizing it in a style of choreography that's supposed to be the opposite. That's how you notice it more. I mean, I don't know if you noticed it, but think about martial arts being completely streamlined, completely disciplined, great formation. It's not untidy. They have a bit where their arms go up. Did you hear that? My Discord just you know that noise that Discord makes when someone messages you. I don't know if you can hear that, but I just heard it in my ears. Anyway, so they had the arm up like that and the arm down like that. And they were going like this, and it was the opposite with their arms and legs. Like that is choreography, fine. But in a song called Karate, where they're doing karate, martial arts, this would not be, I don't want to say justified because you can do whatever you want in choreography, you literally can, but you just have to remember that it still needs to look good. It still needs to look good. It still needs to look like the dancers know what they're doing, and especially the choreographer. I wouldn't put my name to anything if I wasn't happy with the final piece. Like I wouldn't want my name on it, you know? So it needs to be good. I've taken it back so you can see what I mean, but the lines, the formations are all over the place. See, again, that there. So it's just, I mean, here. I do wonder how it will look live, but I'm telling you, so I've got a whole water bottle here. It's really cold. Launch. Okay, right. So this part here, can you see me? Again, I don't know what you can see. This is a bit baggy, so I'm going to show you my stomach. Oh, I don't know if I want to. Oh, I think I'm feeling a bit shy, but okay, right. Sorry, that was a mess, but it is, they warped it like that to kind of make it look like a sway. And I feel like if they were, I've got to say this really carefully, they are dancers, they clearly know how to dance, okay? But if they were more street inclined, which, by the way, street style and contemporary style should be in every dancer. You have elements of that in everything. So if they were that way more inclined, they'd be able to pull it back, kind of, can you see? Kind of sway it themselves. So quick, 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 quick. I don't know what you saw there. I have no idea if that was good, but that's just another example. I know I keep bringing up these examples of how baby metal aren't dancers. Yeah, I can't help it. I notice it a lot more now. I feel like with the sound that's been generated from the back, there's so much more that can be done with the choreography. But I think Mikiko has the right idea. She keeps baby metal quite simplistic in a way that they're doing just enough to honor the kind of subtle layers of the beat to make it look like it's choreography. I think that's what gives the illusion sometimes that baby metal are amazing dancers. They're really good at not necessarily producing this choreography, but they're really good at showing the choreography that they've been given in the best way. Like, you see some dancers and there are just some parts in the choreography where you can tell that they really struggled with that move, or they didn't really give it their all, or it wasn't really comfortable for them. With baby metal, it's comfortable through and through and through. So it shows me that they do have a hand in a lot of what happens in their routine. Yeah. I mean, at first I thought, because obviously I don't know the lyrics. At first it appeared like they were talking about something more physical, but actually when I think about it, like, knowing baby metal the way that I know them now, I think karate, I think this song about fighting, I think it's more like a fighting spirit. Am I correct? That's this part here, this bridge that's just happened now. It's just made me feel like what they're talking about is like an internal fight, like kind of like having a fighting spirit. Because actually, the lyrics to baby metal songs are really quite inspiring and uplifting, as they are in a lot of metal songs, to be honest. Sorry, but Sue's limbs. Sorry. There. Look at her arm. She's got the strangest limbs I've ever seen. They do this thing, BABYMETAL, where I've spoken about their legs being wide apart, but they kind of buckle their knees in, and it makes the legs look really untidy. Not in a bad way. Again, it is a style, but it's noticeable because they're in their tutus. I say this a lot. Outfits are very, very important for a dancer, and the tutus definitely showcase that. If they weren't wearing something so obvious, the knees might not be that obvious. And that's what makes me feel like it's deliberate sometimes. She has crazy limbs, so. I mean, that was a great music video. I liked the concept of like the light and dark there. Reminds me of, and I know this came first. I feel like this came first, but it reminds me of Lacuna Coil, if you've ever seen the music video to Trip the Darkness. But anyway, okay. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a nice day, everyone.